Hello and welcome to the group presentation done by the group Go Green on Information Technology and Sustainability. This presentation analyzes the IT industry from a sustainability perspective and covers the areas of its impact on the world. It covers the negative impacts, how the industry contribute towards the sustainability and its place on the business, society, environment spectrum. Firstly, what is IT? IT or information technology is the technology used to store, manipulate, distribute, or create information. Information technology describes any technology that powers or enables the storage, processing, and information flow within an organization. Anything involved with computers, software, networks, intranet, websites, servers, databases, and telecommunications fall under the IT umbrella. IT accounts for approximately 2% of the global carbon dioxide emissions. Data centers use a lot of energy. This is just to maintain data on the huge servers and cooling it. IT products include data centers, server, PCs, telecom networks, and devices and printers. About 75% of the ecological footprint come from the use of IT products and 25% embodied carbon in IT products. To do all these, a lot of energy is required, most of which comes from non-renewable energy sources such as fossil fuels. An IT operation consumes large quantity of electricity to run and cool the servers and other equipment to maintain the IT facility. We all know how IT has boomed the global economy and made our lives easier, but we also need to understand the negative impacts of it. IT contributes to environment and climate change, water and energy crisis, contributes towards waste and pollution, wildlife indirectly being affected due to this, social inequality increasing due to IT. So these are the implications towards a non-sustainable approach and its consequences. Impact towards environment and resources. The table gives a general overview and an example of the semiconductor manufacturing industry, which is the building blocks of all IT products. IT impacts the environment. A lot of energy, as already described, is used up to manufacture IT products. As the industry and demand grows, more and more products are manufactured, depleting a lot of renewable energy. For example, the data centers and the computers always are maintained in low temperature. Water is also used in manufacturing IT products, and cooling also requires the water. Manufacturing of semiconductor devices also involves them to undergo washing, where a lot of water is used up and polluted back into the nature. As IT industries are growing enormously, a lot of companies are emerging towards contribution and occupancy of more land and utilization of more resources. Hence, we are wasting water, energy, and also damaging wildlife territory. Pollution affects the land we grow crops on, the water we drink, and the air we breathe. The increased demand for new technologies and advancement of technologies have resulted into many manufacturing and processing factories. As they work so hard to create the best technologies for both society and businesses, they release harmful chemicals and gases which have polluted our environment, and this has resulted into climate changes such as global warming. Research has acknowledged that addressing sustainability issues is critical to the long-term existence and thriving of companies. In the IT sector, sustainability could be achieved by better managing the IT products and the accessories to use less energy and and hence emit less carbon. So the more technology that we enjoy, more we harm our environment. Squeezing the future or resource depletion. Look at the total number of mobile phones and computers being manufactured today. Our population is increasing every day, and all these billion consumers demand either a mobile phone or a computer in their homes or offices. The demand for new technologies and advancement of current technologies have led to more pressure that we put on the natural resources. Manufacturers have exploited Mother Nature for resources like aluminium. Once these resources are extracted from the Earth's plates, they will never return it back because it will take a billion years to recover. That means at one time we shall be left with no natural resources, which can be a problem to the future generation and the economy. So, are we stealing from the future? The IT sector in Silicon Valley, as well as other areas, is stratified and includes a significant range of salary levels. Engineers, designers, and business people represent the upper echelon, with mainly highly educated, well-paid males. At the other end of the spectrum are the line workers, comprised of predominantly immigrant females. A 2001 Working Partnership report noted that the rise of high-tech and IT has fostered the growth of a local economy shaped similar to an hourglass. At one end is a growing number of well-compensated positions in management and highly skilled technical fields. However, at the other pole, we see a far greater expansion of low-paying and even lesser skilled technical positions. The high-tech industry commonly uses temporary and contract workers, even for long periods of time without the benefits of the regular workers. Additionally, there are a few, if any, active unions at the Silicon Valley electronic firms. The lowest paid group of workers have seen little rise in the standard of living compared with many others in the Silicon Valley. So, we are magnifying the problem of social inequality. IT's green thumb. Applying improved monitoring and control of corporate fleets can lead to significant reductions in carbon emissions. IT is integral to managing emissions from buildings, the biggest source of greenhouse gases. Every year in US alone, paper checks account for an estimated 674 million gallons of fuel and adds 3.63 million tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, according to Boston-based Dow Consulting Group. Eliminating paper bills is an obvious way to cut costs and ease the strain on the environment. The financial, telecommunication, public utility, insurance, healthcare, and retail industries have led this trend, which reduces logging, paper processing, and the fuel consumption associated with transporting bill and payments. Yahoo, an internet company, uses an online system to track energy consumption building by building on its California campus and translate that into kilowatt hours used as dollars spent. Going paperless eliminates the waste and pollution on multiple levels. Nokia of Finland buys environmentally friendly components, uses recyclable materials, and purchases 25% of its global energy needs from green sources, aiming to increase this to 50% by 2015. Employee travel is discouraged when teleconferencing will suffice, but those who do travel and book their passage on the company's intranet, there is an option to purchase at company's expense carbon offsets equivalent to appropriate carbon credit for that distance. Nokia is taking sustainability initiatives to its customers as well. Some of its phones come with applications such as city maps to encourage walking, directions to phone recycling centers, and information on ways to purchase carbon offsets. To conserve energy further, the company has developed software to make battery chargers beep when phones are fully charged so that users will unplug them and avoid drawing unnecessary power from outlets. Nokia calculates that if 1 billion phone users followed this practice, they would conserve enough energy to power 100,000 homes. Intel operates 117 power-hungry data centers worldwide. Intel is reorganizing the network into 8 global hubs and significantly fewer data centers, eliminating 18 of them in 2008. They have a dedicated IT sustainability program office focusing on the core metric of carbon footprint reduction as well as reducing water, energy, and other resources. They are an active member of the Climate Savers and the Green Grid. Intel has an employee bonus program where sustainability goals are tied to each employee's compensation. They also have an internal environmental excellence award where they are encouraging employees to come up with ideas to support sustainability. Speaking of another IT giant, Accenture's initiatives are depicted here. Accenture's contribution towards sustainability are the dynamic provisioning, which manages capacity and resources on the go, multi-tenancy apps that eliminates redundancy of applications on multiple nodes, optimizing server utilization where server loads are decentralized, leading to less energy and memory consumption, and enhancing data center efficiency to maintain the server's health that contribute towards saving energy and hence reducing the carbon footprint. This is how the industries understand sustainable development. For example, Dell is accelerating its programs to reduce hazardous substances in its computers, and its new Optiplex desktops are 50% more energy efficient than similar systems manufactured in 2005. IT organizations have started to take environmental sustainability as a part of their corporate social responsibility. Hundreds of large companies have already identified themselves as green companies and have started reporting their green initiative according to the guidelines of the Global Reporting Initiative. New online information services could provide consumers with more information about the ethical performance of the competing products and offer the chance to take on more responsible and less environmental burdensome lifestyle and habits. Enabled to make informed choices about the products on basis of environmental criteria, consumers could simulate more environmentally responsible production and innovation. The greater connectivity between people provided by email and the internet will almost certainly simulate the desire to meet directly, to share materials and goods, and to experience the specificity of the places. Transport and travel are almost always linked to negative environmental effects. IT industry is hindering sustainable development by creating social inequality. IT-based development. The targets must be the IT industries in developing countries. A good example would be the strong market for technology outsourcing from developed countries to developing countries. IT-assisted development. Technology can be used to assist sustainability issues. The key role of assisting ongoing efforts to address basic issues of education, health, and poverty. Microsoft has implemented this very well. Information technology can play a vital role in pollution control and prevention. The modeling and simulations of the pollutants can be very useful during the design and implementation of pollution control and prevention projects. The information technology based services are a handy tool for predicting, preventing, controlling pollutants. Under the Product Stewardship Program, 28% of all plastic resins IBM procured through its corporate contracts contain recyclable plastic content. IBM's product end-of-life management operations worldwide process 53,670 metric tons of end-of-life products and product waste and sent only 1.59% of the total to landfills versus IBM's goal to minimize its product landfill use rate to no more than 3%. After understanding the concept of sustainability and sustainable development, IT industry have come up with a solution of cloud computing. The concept of cloud computing is cost effective and can aid in improving environment on a global perspective. For example, the continual improvement cycle depicted here is a feasible solution in all aspects of sustainable development. Through stages of planning, implementing, and checking, it is possible to continuously improve the tactics towards sustainability. Companies from different sub-industries of IT such as utility computing, software and services companies are also implementing the cloud-based solutions. IT industry has a broader understanding of sustainable development. For example, technology can be used to tackle and assess the sustainability issue. Various kinds of environmental factors such as temperature, water, air, and sound can be gathered, monitored, and tracked through this concept of pollution cloud, which will provide a smarter and a better solution to address the sustainability issue. So these are the advantages of using the pollution cloud. After gathering all the data and performing an analysis, the IT industry's business society environment spectrum is moving from a neoclassical model and having an incremental change towards the ecological modernizer. Why was the IT industry considered neoclassical? In the middle of the 20th century, hardware manufacturing was established in the Silicon Valley. This was the IT boom. We saw that there was depletion of natural resources, production and use of toxic and persistent bioaccumulative substances. Carbon dioxide emissions was not cared about. Participation and dynamics leading to an urban sprawl. Neoclassical behavior was focusing on increasing growth rate, maximizing shareholder value, continuous cost cutting. Shareholder were the dominant, not responsible for product disposals. It was all about the competition and the money. So why are we saying that IT is going to be ecological modernizer now? We are changing a vision for the IT industry in 2010. 2020 is a sector that manufactures using solar energy, invests in eliminating the digital divide and providing access for all people while respecting cultural differences and cultural needs, operates on continuous development and open source software models that prolong life of machines, produce machines that can be upgraded with new technologies, establish operations in developing nations that embody the practices and Europe and North America, being free of persistent and organic pollutants, heavy metals and toxic, persistent and bioaccumulative ingredients. We can say that IT is going to be the ecological modernizer now because of the features like focus on environment, employing recyclability, reducing environmental hazards and carbon footprint, focusing on social equality, concern for the future generations. The reason we can conclude IT industry is ecological modernizer and not ecocentrism is because nature is not the dominant stakeholder. Shareholder is still the center concern of an organization. Pollution and waste cannot fully be eliminated because of the characteristics of IT industry. We cannot predict the future growth of the technology. Therefore, IT industry cannot have a long time frame focus. For example, new products may be invented that may have effect on our environment. IT industry cannot be ecocentrism, but it can be used as a tool and solution to support the sustainable development. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you for supporting Go Green.